Hi, did you know that everything that happens in your gut affects the rest of your body? I'm here today to tell you that gut health and improving your gut health can change so many things throughout your body. My name is Michelle Wood, and I'd like to welcome you to Wellness Wednesdays with Michelle. This is my very first one, so don't expect it to be perfect. But I have a heart to encourage other women ages 50 and plus to be reminded that your best days are not behind you, they're ahead of you. And there are lots of small things we can do, small, sustainable, manageable habits that we can do to make sure we're living in as healthy way as possible. Now, one thing I don't really love about the health space is that so many people say if you do X, Y, and Z, you're going to live forever, or you're going to live to 100, or you'll never have any aches and pains. That is not me. I am not going to try to tell you that getting older is all sunshine and roses. It's not. I have aches that I didn't used to have, other things that I didn't used to have. But throughout our Wellness Wednesdays with Michelle episodes, I am going to share the ways that I have found to minimize the effects of aging and how to have the best health that I can have. And I think that's really important to find that balance. So let's get back to gut health. 10 years ago, I was severely perimenopausal. I was depressed. I had anxiety. I was on an antidepressant and an anti-anxiety medication. I suffered with pretty severe and chronic constipation that started with when I was pregnant with my first child, and he's now 33. So do the math. That's a lot. That was 23 years of pain being constipated. I had to abide by a very strict diet and drink a lot of water, or the consequences would be severe. I wasn't sleeping the best. I didn't have the best sex drive. Perimenopause, it sucks. But then enter in a period of time where I really focused on studying about and getting my gut healthy. And what I've learned is that when your gut is healthy, so many parts of the rest of your body just work better. There's the gut-brain axis, which is the vagus nerve. The gut makes all of those good chemicals like serotonin and dopamine, and all of those things are made in your gut, and they travel up the vagus nerve to your brain. So if your gut is messed up, of course it's going to mess with your emotions. It's going to mess with your brain. On the opposite side, if your brain isn't working very well because you don't have those chemicals, then it's going to affect your gut, and it becomes this vicious circle. So doing things to get rid of the bad bacteria in our gut and replenishing it with the good bacteria and healing the gut lining in your gut is critical to mental health. That's what it was for me. After I spent several months on gut health supplements, I was able to go to my doctor and wean off my antidepressant. Now, antidepressants are great, and I'm very, very thankful for them. Every now and again, I have to go back on them when life gets really hard. And when my dad died, I had to restart, and that's okay. And I'm very grateful that they exist. However, what I found was when I got off of them and was still not anxious and depressed, I could feel all the highs as well as the normal lows. I felt alive, and more alive than I had felt in years. And that is an awesome feeling. With an antidepressant, you don't get the severe lows, but you also don't really get the big highs. You just stay pretty even. So I'm thankful to stay off of them most of the time, and I'm also thankful to have them when I need them. So don't hear me say antidepressants are not good. What I would like to say is that improving your gut health can definitely improve your mental health, brain fog. Obviously, it helped my digestion, so I'm no longer constipated. I'm sleeping better. I had more energy so that I could exercise. I lost about 15 pounds in the first 6 months that I was focusing on gut health. So really, every part of your body. Some people have skin issues like psoriasis or eczema. A lot of those issues can be traced back to gut health because your body is trying to get rid of toxins through your skin. Immune issues, your immune system is centered primarily in your gut. So if your gut isn't healthy, you're going to get sick more often. You're going to not be able to withstand, all the bacteria and viruses that are coming at you, especially in the wintertime. So fast forward a few months after I started those products, I remember feeling, oh my goodness, that feeling in my chest that feels like someone is inside my chest and is squeezing my heart all the time, even when I really wasn't feeling emotionally anxious. That physical feeling of anxiety never really went away. And about 2 or 3 months in, I realized it was gone. And I started to think, am I just imagining this? Did I ever really feel that way? I couldn't believe it. And then fast forward a couple weeks, we had a severe thunderstorm at our house, and that feeling came back because I'm unnaturally afraid of thunder and lightning. I'm like 6-year-old afraid of thunder and lightning still as an adult. So that feeling came back and I was like, no, that's what I used to feel like all the time before I got my gut health in check. So I want to share that with you to give you hope, to give you the knowledge that there are ways to heal your gut and therefore heal your mind, your digestion, sometimes skin issues. It's not a panacea, but it can be a real critical factor to overall health. And I'm so thankful that I have focused on it. So I'd like to hear from you. A, what part of what I've shared resonates with you? Put it in the comments. And B, I'm going to do this again next Wednesday. So tell me what you'd like to learn about. What topics would you like to hear about on Wellness Wednesdays? And I'm so thankful that you joined me, and I'm really looking forward to this journey with you. So please subscribe, hit like, and leave me a comment, and I'll see you next Wednesday. Thanks so much for listening.